Make sure we're all set. Alright. What's going on, guys? W Reacts 2 here. Now, there's something I want to talk to you about and why I love comic art too. This is a topic for as of today, now that it's Sunday. One of the few reasons why I love doing comic book art is because, one, I love the art, the techniques of what they represent. I respect what they do. I respect all different styles of art, but I'm gonna tell you my story of why I struggle all these years to find the kind of style of art. And I have some of my old stuff that I'm gonna do in the future. Some of the things that I've done in the past, way back when, you know. So, in the meantime, I'm gonna talk about why I love comic book art. So, the story is like this. All these years of watching professional comic artists draw stuff on YouTube, and you always struggle to find that one good art video that you just find yourself interested in. And to me, I find it more difficult as an artist to even be entertained watching another artist draw a character like Spider-Man, X-Men, Wolverine, Daredevil, Hulk, Superman, Batman, you name it. Those are among the popular characters in the DC and Marvel universe. So, but then last year I stumbled upon this one video that got me interested in drawing Power Rangers, because you guys know I'm a huge Power Rangers fan. So you've seen you've seen the thumbnail of Red Beast more for Red Ranger. That's going to be our season next year. So nonetheless, pretty excited about it. But enough about that. Let's talk about why I found this one artist to be more entertaining. And what's this one? Anyways, his name is Zach Azia, known as ZH Comic Art. So if you guys don't know who ZH Comic Art is, I suggest you go subscribe to his channel. The dude is pretty talented. He inspired me to get better at my artwork. It's one of the reasons why I got better. Because I remember last year when I was doing a Power Rangers Zeo series, because I love Zeo, because last year was the 20th anniversary of the series. Well, of the season, I mean. The first Ranger I drew was Adam, Z Ranger 4 Green. And I'm surprised how well it came out. And then I went on to do blue, yellow, pink, red, and black. So I did all 6 Zeo Rangers. So I was done with the drawing series on my Instagram and Facebook. And then on top of that, I was learning how to do the cross hatching, so I got better at that. So, but the one thing I've never done was drawing veins in my characters. I was never good at drawing veins at all, because the veins I drew in the past was terrible. I mean, I know that's how they're supposed to look in comics and everything, but the way I did it looks absolutely horrendous. So, as an artist, it's okay to criticize your own work, because when you do that, you're gonna get yourself better. So, here's my thing on art itself. As an artist, it's hard to stay focused on your task. One minute you've been in the mood to do something, and then the next thing you know, you lose all interest and focus based on your favorite TV shows, talk shows, whatever. Me, I barely look at TV nowadays because all I watch is YouTube and I make videos. That's all I do. Plus, I do some drawing as well besides reaction videos. But as an artist, it's hard for me to stay focused unless you want to do some live stream of you drawing a character or whatever you want to draw. Find music, find movies that can help you focus on finishing your commissions or your work. For what I've learned being an artist is just basically just taking your time. There's no need to rush it. I mean, I usually just start by penciling and then inking, because you see me do that on my live stream before. So I think nowadays I just do pencil work. I don't do inking anymore because it takes too much time. Plus the coloring takes a lot of time too. So I'm just switching it up. I don't want to have to do the inking and the penciling and the coloring all the time. So that's what artists do sometimes. Even as a comic book artist, I sometimes struggle to do all things. So I'd rather just leave it by pencil work. And I thought about Zakazia when I see him on Instagram posting on the stories. I comment on his stories, and him and I be chatting on Instagram. Well, most of the time when I'm at I be looking at his stories and looking at his Instagram posts. There was this one time he appreciated me for sharing sharing 5 of his hey, what's up, Aaron? How you doing? Talking about why I love comic book art. So basically, I shared 5 of his art pics on Instagram, and he commented on them. And for some reason, I had some followers then. So the first video I shared, the first picture I shared of his work, I had tons of likes because I did not know how to do the repost in the past, but after looking at some YouTube videos, I do. So I basically just know how to do everything now. So if the person can't teach you in person, then you always have the internet to search for. So I'm going to tell you what I learned so far from Zakazia based on his technique. I've learned that when it comes to drawing veins, always go a little bit further on shadowings, because now I understand why he likes to draw characters with shadows. And I started doing that too, so I can incorporate his and David Finch's technique. And for some strange reason, whenever I do the veins on the forearms and the biceps, it looks exactly like how Zakazia does it. And even though I don't have the electrical eraser, what I do have is a thin eraser, which was very easy for me to do. And I was so ready to just write. So once it's funny because when I was drawing the Ninja Turtles, I was able to do a little bit what Zakazia did, even though I didn't use the thin eraser when it comes to drawing the shadows and the forearms and such. So I basically had to use a thin eraser to erase some of the shadows and draw the underlying vein, which was very easy, and I couldn't believe how well it turned out. Zach, if you watch this, man, this is a shout out to you because I learned so much from you and your videos, my man, and you kind of inspired me to be a better artist. And I found out when I did it his video on Zach Azia's art inspiration. David Finch was his inspiration because now I know where he get his techniques from. And now you know why I get my techniques from Zach Aziz. So it's very similar to his style. So I wanted to incorporate my style to Zach's style and David Finch's style. So I'm gonna show you guys what I did for the first time. So you see the thumbnails of my live stream. So I'm gonna show you guys what it actually looks like. So this is Goldbuster's Red Ranger, aka Beast Morpher Red Ranger. I'm gonna get a closer look up so you guys can see the veins on the forearm. And I don't know if you guys can see. Okay, so I did all this based on Zach Aziz. So I learned from him, and I put every single details into the helmets and the costume as well. And I finally learned how to do the shoulders and even the leather jacket and the pants. So that's basically what I've learned from Zach Aziz so far. I'm still getting better each and every day. Not only doing reaction videos, but just doing what I love doing on my YouTube channel. And I'm glad that it's growing every day because you guys appreciate what I do, and that's all I ever ask for is, you know, for you guys to keep on supporting me and loving for what I do. And I appreciate you guys for loving my work, and I've always loved y'all. Even you guys, you know, sometimes I'm giving me good advice. I've always taken your advice, but if there's certain people like trolls and disrespectful douchebags out there that want to troll me, I'm gonna block you because I don't got time. Life is too short. But on top of that, Zach Aziz became my inspiration when it comes to comic book art because based on his techniques, I just love to do it. I respect what he does. I know it sounds like I'm kissing his butt, but I'm not. I'm just admiring his technique of what he does. And David Finch as well. And I was watching some of David Finch's work earlier, and I thought about Zach too. And I thought about my work as well. Maybe one day when I break into comics, or Zach Aziz will break into comics, something tells me him, David, and myself are going to do very well together as comic book artists, coming up with great stories, sagas, and endings. I know that's not going to happen for real in real life, but something tells me it's going to happen in the future. I can already smell the roses. LOL, but I'm saying. Like I said, man, I'm Zach Aziz. If you're watching this, man, this is a shout out to you. Yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram, WNewsJackSue here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Well, it's already Sunday, so